It is Tuesday, the 13th of August, and I think this is the first time I've ever started the vlog before I go to the gym in the morning. Ordinarily, I think, well, I mean, I've done it before. I've gone to the gym, but never when I go to the gym in the morning, and I may have just said that, but still. Yeah, it's bright and early. I'm drinking my coffee and about to go to the gym here soon, but I wanted to talk about something that is just a sort of weird phenomenon in my life, and I don't even know necessarily how to describe it or when it started, but I wake up and I go to bed and I anticipate the next day with some amount of dread. It's weird. I'm stressed out about something, and then all it really takes is 2 seconds of reflecting, okay, well, why am I stressed out? And then it's nothing. It's oh, okay, and it goes away. But there's this weird natural reaction, oh God, I'm forgetting something. Something's gonna happen. I need to remember it. And then it's no, actually, you're already well aware of everything that's happening, and it's all good, and it's fine. So I don't know. Strange internal processes in the old noggin here, driving me insane. But I've already been there for a while. Anyways, I think we're done with the coldness. It doesn't really reflect, but it's looking sunny already. And I have to imagine that today's going to be another return to the 90s. Maybe, I guess, I don't know. Anything's possible with Colorado. But more importantly than that, it's a return to Tears of the Kingdom after I go to the gym, coming back to stream Tears of the Kingdom for one of the last few morning streams. And I'm very excited for that. Unfortunately, however, I'm not excited because I have not created a thumbnail yet. So I have my work cut out for me this morning as I get that scheduled. But whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. I'll get it done. I'm sure. Probably. Maybe. Hopefully I will. Yes. And hours later, the gym went really well, as it always does. That's the thing I feel about exercising. And I know I've talked to people who are oh, it was a bad day at the gym today, or it wasn't a great workout. But in my opinion, every workout or bit of exercise is great, so long as, one, you survived it, and two, you just did it at all. That's it. As long as you did it, then it's good. But I had an interesting bit of a lunch here, and I'm still working on it because it is a lunch in liquid form, or semi-liquid form. It's a smoothie. So Serena's dad, for a long time now, I don't actually know when he started, but he has been doing a shake for breakfast, and he puts in, all sorts of fruit and veggies, some leafy greens, protein powders, different supplements, stuff like that, as recommended by his doctor, as just a way to help him get all of his supplements in the morning. And as you might imagine, he's become relatively reliant on a blender. So he got a new blender yesterday, just an upgrade. He didn't actually need to get a new one. It's not like the other one was broken. And he then passed on the legacy blender to Serena and I. So Serena and I decided, oh, we got a blender. Let's use it. So today for lunch, we made smoothies. I made I guess you'd call it a spiced apple. I don't know. There's frozen apples, regular diced apples, some cinnamon, and then some caramel cream in here, and protein powder as well, vanilla protein powder. And it's really delicious. But we've learned the limits of the blender. It doesn't really like apples. We kind of had to force it. What should have been a 10-minute process was a half an hour process. So I don't know. Maybe we won't have smoothies and shakes as often as I thought, or maybe I'll just dice up the apples into smaller bits, or maybe we'll just use different fruit altogether. Who can say? Either which way, now that it is complete, it is delicious, and I guess relatively nutritious too, which checks off both attributes that any respecting lunch should have. So, lunch is complete. In its preparation, of course, it's in the process of being ingested. I am currently editing It Takes Two. We also did some recording of that after the stream today. And then I am hoping I can get outside, because I didn't get to go outside at all yesterday for the entirety of the day. So hopefully I can do that here if I can shift into maximum overdrive. And if I did do that, well, then I guess you'll see that here in a few moments. And if I didn't do that, then I guess you'll see that as well here in a few moments. Answers. They're on their way. well, I ended up getting outside, but it's not exactly quite the weather I was anticipating. I suppose that's my fault. I didn't look at the weather forecast, and I should have, but I was hoping it would be sunny and pleasant out so I could maybe go play a quick little bit of disc golf, and even if not that, maybe I could like practice some putting outside. It's somehow hang out in the sun, but alas, as you can see, there is, well, no sun to play out in. Oh well, I mean, like I said, it's my own fault for not checking the forecast, and candidly, I could also probably go back down into the dungeon, aka my desk, and work some more. It's not even all that late, it's only like 4 p.m., but I had finished most of the things, pretty much all the things I wanted to do today, and almost all of the things I thought it would be neat to finish, if that makes sense. Completely caught up on vlogs, completely caught up on editing It Takes Two. Episodes of that are rendering and uploading right now. And then I even got further in the pre-work for the IT course than I intended to today. It's all optional pre-work. It's just stuff to get you, I guess, prepared for the lessons. And I know most of it, a lot of it's easy, a lot of it's really simple IT stuff, but it doesn't hurt to work through that at least while I can, you know what I'm saying? So perhaps I'll go back downstairs and do some more of that. And then I guess in an hour or so we can start making dinner, and maybe, hey, maybe after dinner it will be slightly nicer, and then I can spend some time in the evening sun. Maybe. Skies, you hear that? I think I'm getting ignored. I don't know. It's starting to get windier. Perhaps it's angry. Ah. There we go. That's a small modicum of sunlight. Unfortunately, I am not wearing shoes right now, so I cannot walk out into it, but it's there. Briefly. We're actually under a flood watch. I checked the weather to see what would happen, and yeah, supposed to be thunderstorms and rain off and on for the rest of the day, so perhaps hanging out outside, getting sunlight, not necessarily in the cards for me, but maybe it is for you. Well, I hope that's the case, because goodness gracious, I don't always go outside, nor do I even always feel like going outside, but today, for whatever reason, I really wanted to. Couldn't really do it, except for now. Halfway, kind of. I mean, I'm like hanging out the door, but whatever, it's fine. Maybe tomorrow. Ultimately, today was very productive. I just finished up some of the pre-work for the IT course. I just took the final exam and I got a 90 on it, which is very good. I mean, maybe not very good, but definitely good enough, shall we say. It was an interesting course because a lot of it was focused on like mobile technologies as well. When I going into it, expected it to be mostly like PC hardware and servers and stuff like that, but there was a lot of talk about like smartwatches and stuff, and it makes sense, right? As businesses develop and continue to utilize all these new technologies that are developed, that's all important stuff too that people got to take care of. So fascinating. Either which way, felt good about that. I feel kind of good about getting outside, and we'll go outside tomorrow for certain. So I guess I'll just end this here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed yourself, and I hope that that's right, I hope that you got outside today, and I hope I see you again tomorrow.